Hello everybody, Cooper here, and welcome back to another episode of Youth to Gold here on Cricket Captain 2024. Hope you're all doing very well today. We've got some more Cricket Captain action for you. We're going to be playing in the Vitality Blast in the quarterfinal for our first game of the episode. My goal for today's episode is to get through the month of July because the 1st of August, I believe, is the Metro Bank One Day Cup, and then the 2nd of August is the start of the 100. So we've got a clear schedule of what we need to do. I don't know how many games we're going to get through today, obviously just until we hit August 1st, and then we'll go from there. For the quarterfinal against Surrey in the Vitality Blast, and going through some editing of last season's video because I still haven't uploaded that video yet. We actually played Surrey in the first round of in the quarterfinal of the Vitality Blast last year as well, funnily enough. So we've made a few changes. Vasconcelos is going to come out. Finn Allen is going to come in and bat at 5 and keep. He's not in the best of form, but I'm just hoping that extra bit of quality will do us a bit of good. We've also brought in JT Langridge for Harry Armstrong, who has been good, but I'm just going to leave out of this one. The pitch, we're going to go back to a batter's deck, and we've only got the one spinner, so I think we're going to be okay. We've obviously got Sykes, Willie, Bannister, Brownlow, Minto, and Langridge as our bowlers, but I'm hopeful we can get it done. Now is the time to get into it. It is raining, unfortunately, or will be raining. They've got a pretty good side. Jamie Overton plays for Surrey. I didn't know that. He was on our Manchester original side. They've got, it's not Jamie Paris. I can't think of his first name, but he's an Australian fast bowler, very good one-day bowler. Trent Bolt, obviously, is very good. Will Jacks, Jason Roy, Ben Folkes, Dom Sibley, all played international cricket. We're going to call heads on the toss. We've won the toss. We are going to bat first on this flat deck. I don't know how much rain is going to affect this one, but it seems like it's only going to be overcast. I think it's Joel Paris. Yes, it is. I was right. But yes, very good one-day record. Not too bad at T20. Only played a handful of games for Australia. Has a pretty good first-class record as well. I'm surprised he never played Test cricket. But what's our predictor score? Oh, not very good at all. Sorry, 77.5% chance of winning. 170, 180, I reckon would be minimum on this pitch considering how flat it is. Apparently we just don't have the quality to keep up with this side, but considering some of the names that they have, I am not surprised. I don't think that could have gone any worse. Again, this is basically what happened in the One Day Cup last season. We dominate the group stage, and then we get absolutely crushed in the first knockout game. We've all 100 out. If I can get my words out, 104 all out after 12.5. Finn Allen, thank God we brought him in. 38 not out. Follett got 12. Flintoff 4. Davies 1. Higgins 11. Ugh. I don't even know where to begin with this, defending this total. I have no idea where to begin. I assume we just bowl as defensively as possible. Hopefully we can get a wicket in the first over. First over goes for 7. Not ideal. And they absolutely crushed us. 8-wicket win for Surrey. They beat us very comfortably, unfortunately, and we're out of the T20 Cup, or the Vitality Blast, I should say. Lancashire lose to Middlesex. Jack Davies, I can't say I've heard of you. Oh, what's his face is not there. I'm trying to think of his name. Blakemore is not playing for Middlesex because he's on duty with England, I assume. Oh. 29 in his third test inning, still averaging around 72, but Jaiswal carries the bat, 281 not out. He's averaging 70 in Test cricket. Is outrageous. But yeah, just so sad. Terribly. I'm just disappointed just because we've played so well this entire tournament, and now we're gone. We're absolutely gone. And I suppose the rest of this video is going to be first class cricket, which is something. It's July 9th. Actually, technically, it's July 10th, and we finally got ourselves a new youth player. It is G. Markham. Don't know his first name. Don't know what he's good at. Flintoff has improved his aggressive batting to the limit, so that is something. That's probably the first thing we should have a look at. Markham's a wicketkeeper. That's actually very handy because we've only got 2 other wicketkeepers. But if we have a look at Flintoff now, he is now very aggressive in first class cricket and aggressive I suppose, to the max in limited overs. So we may as well change that to boundary hitting. And while we're here, we may as well have a look at what Markham is good at. Averages 47 with the bat in 3-day, which is pretty good. That's on par with, actually, it's sort of in between Flintoff and Follett. So that's pretty reasonable. Limited overs for 51 in 1 day is very good, but he's only played the 18 games and batted 11 times. T20 is a little bit worse than that, 24, basically 25. So not terrible, but if we just have a look, how old is he? Oh, he's 16. Oh my God, we've got a goodie. We've got a good one. Gareth Markham, we're probably going to put him in the first class lineup straight away. I dare say if Alan's going to come out, let's just load up our last first class team. Vasconcelos, we can't drop the captain, can we? For a really good youth player? Sure we can. What do we drop Sykes? We'll drop Sykes and we'll bat Markham at... We'll bat Vasconcelos at 5. We'll give the gloves to Markham at 6. I reckon that's what we'll do. And then Sykes can go to the second 11. Bannister, Siddle, Minto and Armstrong, that can all stay as is. JT Langridge can go back to the second 11. Oh, he's not had a good career so far, bowling it over 10 and over in each of the 2 formats. It's an away game against Nottinghamshire, and it's going to be basically raining for the last 2 days. This will be bat first. Definitely bat first if we can. Fingers crossed. We're going to bat first. We've won the toss. Thank goodness for that. And as I said, we've got 2 really good days for batting, so we can probably, if we can, bat for a day and a half, score really quickly, and then get some good runs. Predicted score, they've predicted to win. Our predicted score is 314. I dare say this one will probably be a draw, though, if I had to guess, but we'll see what happens. 407, halfway through the morning of day 2. Pretty happy with that. Ollie Davies just fell 1 short of his career high, unfortunately, of 189. First 100 or second 100 of the season, I believe. He's actually having a low-key very good season after a little bit of a slow start. Follett and Flintoff fell pretty early. Higgins only got the 20. Vasconcelos and Davies having a really good partnership. Unfortunately, Vasconcelos got run out. Markham was the last man to go. He made 59 off 152 on debut. It says he's only got average aggression, which is a thing. He's also an opener in 1 day in T20 cricket, which is a thing. David Willey, 12 of 26 is fine. Bannister was really good, 26 off 50, and the last couple of wickets fell pretty cheaply. Conditions are still pretty good for batting. We'll have a look at what the predictor has for them. Yeah, draw at 80.5%. I dare say that's more than likely to happen now. Nottinghamshire have a 12.5% chance of winning. We only have the 7. Be interesting to see how it goes. The bowling lineup is basically the same as it has been for the majority of the season. The only thing that's really changed is who's behind the stumps, and that's Markham. So hopefully he can provide a little bit of a difference, but I dare say that's going to remain pretty much the same. An interesting turn of events. Nottinghamshire all out for 2-2-3. Couldn't quite get the 2-2-2 for Richie Beno. They need 35 runs to avoid the follow, and we are actually going to make them follow on. Bannister, 6 for 46. Best career figures, I believe, for him. Yes, it is. Minto picked up 2, was on a hat-trick at 1 point, but didn't get it, unfortunately. Siddle got the 1. Willie, again, wasn't very good with the ball. He's more of just a batsman at this point of his career. He's averaging 68 with the bat. Obviously, there's the 2-5-3 not out, which does help out a lot. But he's averaging 57 with the ball and an economy of 4.45 in first class cricket. Not great. And Armstrong also got 1 wicket, which was a thing that happened for him. So we are going to make them follow on. And we're still in the lead by 184. I dare say we will have to bat again just because of the weather that's coming. And even if we don't bat again, or actually the win is sort of back in our favor. But we're almost at the end of day 2. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, I would be surprised if we win this. I reckon it's either going to be a draw or a win for us. I don't see us losing this one. Unfortunately, we just run out of time in this one. We do lose a bit of weather. I think we lost the last session on day 3 and then just the middle session of day 4 and the final 15 minutes of day 4 as well. Although we did get to bowl 86 overs, we had them 5 for 162, but that was 5 for 97. Just this last partnership of James and Moores, we just couldn't break, unfortunately. Bannister bowled 26 overs, 2 for 38. Armstrong, 30 overs, 2 for 65. Everybody really economical, basically just because they shut up shop. Davies gets player of the game. Unfortunately, we just couldn't get it done. Yeah, we lost 7.5 hours in the end. Just unfortunately, had the weather been on our side, we probably would have won this one, but can't win all of them, unfortunately. And as it stands, we're currently sitting in third. We do have a game in hand. Nottinghamshire are how many points ahead of us? Just the 11 points ahead, but Essex are also 1 point ahead of us. So remains to be seen. Sussex are 11 points behind us as well. Kent and Hampshire is sort of just fighting between who can stay up and who's not going to. In Division 2, it's looking like Yorkshire and Middlesex will be being promoted. Somerset, who finished 9th in Division 1 last year, and 4th, and Surrey have dropped all the way down to the bottom of Division 2 after finishing 10th. That is just a real shame. In more positive news for Surrey, they have won the Vitality Blast. They beat Derbyshire in the final. So I do feel better knowing that we did lose to the winner of the competition, but considering where we were, just not happy about it in general. Surrey were not in our competition. They were 4th spot this season, so 8 wins, 6 losses, which, if I remember correctly, was pretty close to where we were when we won the competition. So yeah, not too dissimilar to what happened to us last season. I just suppose we're on the receiving end of that this time, and a few of the other county games have matched up. We're now still sitting in 3rd place. Nottinghamshire a game ahead. Sussex is the only other team in our vicinity that also has a game in hand. We have Kent today in Division 1. It's a home game. Pitch-wise, I think I'll keep it. We might go seam as pitch, I think, just to give our bowlers a little bit more of a chance to get a result. Willie will I think we'll just keep the 11 the same. There's no real reason to change it because I feel like we played pretty well last game, to be honest. How's everybody else going? Let's just quickly check the second 11 this season. Langridge 34 at 21's been pretty good. Martin 30 at 27's okay. Wags 24 at 23. Brownlow 20 at 27. Sanderson 14 at 20, but he's getting older. Sykes has only played the one game, got 87, which is pretty good. Good for him. And with the bat, Zabe 54 at 38. That's pretty good. And Foyle 50 at 42. And then Minto 8 at 21. The only other player that's played second 11 cricket for us in a 3-day level. So I think we'll just keep it as is. Well, that's career. We'll keep it as is for now. Higgins averaging 51 with the bat. Davies just a touch under 50. Flintoff just a touch over 40. Follett was averaging about 68 at one point. He's now averaging just a touch over 60. So I think last season he was averaging 57. This season 69, but he scored a lot more runs last season. So he's going to have to do very well in the back end of this season to catch up. Vasconcelos, 32.5 for his career. I believe this is his last year. So we're definitely going to have a new captain next year. Markham, 50 on debut is pretty good. Willie's got that career average over 30. Bannister's at 25.6 and a bowling average under 20, which is awesome. And then on all the other guys, we're just going to keep an eye on for now. Armstrong, 29 with the ball. Minto, 22 with the ball is very good. We might actually just make a couple of quick changes to the guys who need physio. We'll give that to Minto. Martin does have physio, but he's not really playing. We'll give that to, where is he? David Willey can have the physio. That's who I was looking for. Anyway, conditions, pretty good. No weather conditions to worry about, just the pitch. So we're going to call heads on the toss. We've won the toss. It's only going to get worse for batting. So worse for batting. Yeah. So I'm going to bat first, hopefully to get the best of the conditions. Kent, 66.5% chance of winning. Predicted inning score of 290 for us. Draw is at 1%. I'm assuming that's just because of the weather. I mean, Flintoff hasn't been in a great deal of form these last couple of matches. I think it's just taking into account his T20 stuff. But he hasn't passed 50 in 4 games. If we can get a score past 50 from him today, that would be great. Follett, same deal. If we can get a 50 from him, that would be lovely. Davies was awesome in the last match. Higgins has been pretty good this season, to be perfectly honest. Averaging 48 over the course of a full season is very good, but his one-day stuff is awesome. Anyway, there's a lot riding on this one. We just got to keep going to see if we can get a chance at finishing in the top 3. I'm still not expecting to win the county championship, but a top 3 finish would put us in good stead for the future. 358, I'll take it. Follett finally back in the runs, 104 off 165. Got dropped twice. And fortunately for him, made the most of it. Finally, 100. He's only had 100 in the last 15 innings. I believe it's his 3rd 100 of the season. So yeah, 15 innings, 869 runs, 4 not outs, an average of 79. Really, really good innings. Davies made another half century. Higgins, really quick 74 of 62 balls. Couldn't quite get to the 100 mark. Vasconcelos got out for 47. Markham couldn't get past 12. I forgot to say about Flintoff. Hit a 4 and got out, basically. Bannister, 24 towards the back end of the innings. Minto, another not out to his name. He's got 72 runs from 7 innings, but 4 not outs has him having an average of 24. Basically the opposite of his T20 record, where he can't seem to score a run. But pretty good first innings on a difficult wicket. I'm pretty happy with how it went. No other score update I don't believe we need to keep an eye on. But predictor, we're back in a position where we can potentially... I mean, it's literally 50-50 at this point. The predictor doesn't really know what to do. Predicted score for them is 337. Difficult wicket. I like our odds. All out for 223. A big last partnership of just under 50 makes them avoid the follow-on. Parkinson, 42, not out of 95 balls. But it was Armstrong, 5 for 84 from 26, his second fifer of his career. 40 wickets from 9 games for the 18-year-old, not too bad. Bannister, 3 for 56. Peter Siddle got the other 2. Pretty happy with his bowling performance. Markham got his first stumping, but batting is only going to get more difficult from here. Predicted score of 250 plus our current lead of 135 gets us to 385. Going into day 4, that would be amazing. But yeah, we got to get there first because this pitch is slowly becoming a bit of a minefield. We've done such a good job batting on this wicket. 2 for 319. Davies has just gotten out. We are going to declare with a minute to go in the first session of day 3. Follett, another 100. 200s in the match. Flintoff, his highest first-class career score, 132 not out. And Davies also got 54 of 63, another half century to his name. We're going to declare as said, and Kent need 455 to win. I dare say we're looking pretty comfy with this one. Bannister, based on his recent form, is going to take a ton of wickets at not many runs. Predictor has us 322 runs scored for them, 84.5% chance of winning. Look at this absolute uneven pitch. Nice and sunny. I think, yeah, I'd be surprised if we either draw or lose this game. There is going to be a result. Another victory. Kent all out for 215. We win by 239 runs. Armstrong fell 1 wicket short of a 10-wicket match. 4 for 75 in the second dig. It took us a while to bowl them out, actually. 94.4 overs. They were just shutting up shop. Bannister, 3 for 48. Was really expensive early. He was going at about 4 and over for his first 6, 7, 8, 9 overs. But then just towards the back end, just dot ball after dot ball, just building up that pressure was really, really good. Minto got another wicket. Siddle was good. David Willowy even threw him on, got a wicket. A lot more economical than he has been previously. But another win, and that is the most important thing. Follett gets player of the game for his twin centuries. Still in 3rd place, however, so still a bit of work for us to do. But with a victory, we could potentially go top just based on the bonus points, considering we have a game in hand. but I don't know how kind our fixture is in the back half of this season. And I've just seen that Warwickshire, who finished first last season and absolutely crushed the county championship, I think they had like 250 points last season. They're in 7th right now. Really surprising. Good news and bad news. We are playing Warwickshire, who we were just talking about, and they're in 7th place. Bad news is, Bannister's been called up to play for England, and I have no idea who's going to replace him. He is more than likely going to be making his test debut in the test series that's been going on against India. We can bring Sykes back, and he can play at 7, then move Willie down to 8. Or we could bring in a traditional bowler. But who, though? The conditions I had a look before aren't great. I dare say we're probably better batting this one out for the draw. We might have to change the pitch. We could go spinner. We could bring Brownlow in for his first-class debut. He's been very good as a limited overs bowler. Or we could go someone like Langridge or Martin, who, I don't think Martin's played any cricket for us this season. No, he hasn't. Langridge played a couple of T20s and wasn't very good. But if we have a look at we might go Langridge, actually. 20.02 average, 40 wickets. Really good bowling form. He's a left armer, which I like. We might go that. And we'll go, I suppose we'll bat Siddle at 8. Armstrong is actually batting. He's got a limited overs, 3-day average of 20. He can bat at 9. Minto at 10 and JT Langridge at 11. We've got to think about this for a second. So who's going to open the bowling? I dare say Minto still does. We might go Langridge and Minto, the two youngsters. So Langridge is 19. Minto, is he 17 yet? Yes, he is. He's having a very good start to his career. Armstrong, is he 17? He's 18 now. And Siddle's obviously like 35. No, he's 40. I was completely wrong. And then we've got Willie. Probably he'll bowl a bit more now that, I was going to say Lamington. No, not Lamington. Bannister is not there. And then Markham, not really a bowler, but he's going to be there as our keeper. And then Follett's capable of bowling. Davies has bowled before. Yeah, I'm going to change this to I don't know if I change it to a spinning wicket or not is the only thing. I'll test it out, and if we lose, because I don't know how long Bannister's going to be out for. So we'll go with this 11 for now. I don't feel good about it. I'll probably bowl first if I can help it, just because of the weather. I want to take advantage of the overcast conditions. It's a good and a bad position to be in, because obviously the whole point of this is to get your youth players called up to England, but it also means I don't get to use them to win my domestic trophies, which is also something we need to do. Okay, let's just play the game. I've got Rob Keogh's again on this team, so we've played him a couple of times this year. We've called tails, we've won the toss. Bowl first, I reckon. And I wouldn't be surprised if it's raining straight away. It's not, actually. So it's scheduled to rain, but we'll see how it goes. Very slow outfield. JT Langridge going to be making his first-class debut. He's also playing for the Manchester Originals, so it's not a bad idea to get some form into him, hopefully with some wickets. Not great. I mean, I'll be perfectly honest. Warwickshire, 433 for 6, have declared they have absolutely belted us. Peter Siddle, really the only shining light in this innings, picked up 3 for 43 from his 21. Langridge and Minto, between the two of them, bowled 46 overs. I believe that's right. And, 56 overs. And, yeah, none for 254. Not great. Willie picked up a wicket. Armstrong was 2 for 93 from 27. And now we've got 11 overs to bat in sort of the overcast conditions. The bouncy wicket isn't great. It's going to be awesome on day 3 and 4 to bat in terms of the weather. We'll see what we can put up with. We've lost 5.5 hours so far. Result really unlikely. Bizarrely, we have actually come away with the lead in the first innings, but we're also halfway through day 4. We batted for 155 overs. I just tried to milk as much time out of the game as I possibly could. Porter bowled 42.5 overs, took 6 for 113. Patrick, 3 for 107. I believe he's a youngster. Yes, he is. Bowled very, very well. But yeah, 155 overs. Peter Siddle finished not out 71 off 208 of all players. David Willey made 80 odd. We were in a little bit of trouble. Where were we? We were 6 for 262, and that's when I decided to go basically all out defensive. Then Willie got out at 7 for 398, and then Peter Siddle just kept the love going. Davies ended up with 63, Higgins 138. The openers failed once again, but we have a lead, which is the main thing. And in other news, we're going to look at how what's his face? Bannister went on his test debut, or how he's going. He got out for 4, which wasn't too bad, and with the ball, he got absolutely smacked. He's none for 60 or 4.62. Not great. And England are currently in their second dig. Stokes is batting at 7. Bannister's going to bat at 9. So we're going to keep an eye on that just as we end the episode. But we've just got, I dare say this one's 100% going to be a draw. Yeah, there's no chance of a result here. Although there is a small chance of us winning. A 0.5% chance of us winning. I do not believe that, but we will see how it goes. Yeah, I do not like our odds of getting a result here. I think a draw is just fine, considering the weather we've had, considering the amount of time lost. I didn't actually have a look at how much time we've lost, but yeah, we just bowled so poorly in that first innings, unfortunately. But we did what we had to do. Let's just finish this one off. Warwickshire declared 3 for 153. There's 54 minutes left. I don't know if it's responsible for me to go for the win here. We didn't exactly bowl poorly. Langridge picked up 2 for 43. A much better spell from him. Minto, just a horrible, horrible match. He's not in good form. At this stage, he's 20. He was bowling, average was like 22 at one point. It's now 31. So not great. Siddle didn't pick up any wickets. Armstrong, neither did he. Carlson made 84 not out, so that's a thing that happened. But yeah, I don't think it's responsible to go for the win here. Game drawn, no surprise. Follett finishes. Follett was the only one to get out, 5 off 17. Flintoff and Davies are the other not out batsmen. And there's been quite a few draws actually around the game. We ended up losing 5.5 hours. How's England going? Bannister's got his first test wicket, which is good. He's bowled a much better spell this time around. Now has a bowling test average of 81, which, is something. Who did he get out? He got Jaiswal as his first test wicket. That is, I suppose, something to brag about because he's quite good on this game. Back to us. We'll have a look at the England stuff in a second. But yeah, no surprise this one was a draw. I don't know what it does for the championship table, but we will have a look in due course. We're still in third, so not too bad, but the draw does hurt us a little bit. But even if we do win and catch up sort of games-wise with Nottinghamshire and Essex, I think we might still go top. So we still need results to go our way, of course, but we'll see how it all plays out. England is still 4 for 167. That hasn't updated yet. And Bannister wins the game for England. 4 for 43 in the second innings. Pope gets player of the game for his 106. But that is more like the Bannister we know and love. 4 for 43, 2.87 economy. Test bowling average of 25 after one game. Not too bad. Obviously, maybe that first innings was a bit of a blip where he got absolutely kicked around the park. But not a bad result for England whatsoever. As I don't know where they are at in the series. And also Farhan Ahmed, 6 for on test debut as well. Very good. Sorry, second test. But he is a Manchester Originals player, not so invested in him as a Northamptonshire player because he's not, but still very good for England to win that one. We now have our first one-day cup game, and this is where it gets tricky because we are also playing as the Manchester Originals. A lot of our, better players are going to be playing in the 100. So Higgins, Bannister, Langridge, Fulks, Potgeider, and Willie have all been selected to play in the 100. So I have no idea what our team is going to look like, but I dare say we'll worry about that next time. I don't know what the next episode is going to look like. Perhaps we play the whole 100. Who knows? But that is it today. It's been a bit of a longer one. So thank you so much for watching up until this point, guys. Please leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. And until then, I hope you have a lovely day wherever you are in the world. And I'll see you guys then. Bye.